Pranam Mitro. In this episode today we will talk about the money and wealth yoga's existence in your birth chart. How exactly the birth chart shows that you are going to be wealthy in your life. See, the riches and poverty are diametrically opposite state and carry with them the diametrically opposite conditions in the life. The riches automatically bestow many blessings on your social status, objects of luxury, and acquisitions of all kinds of things, opportunities, and prestige in the life. Poverty, on the other hand, is a curse which brings the hunger, deprivation, humiliation, and many times even loss of independence to a human. Riches on a human bestows lots and lots of power. That's what exactly since the beginning of the civilization, man has always striven to earn money and accumulate lots and lots of money. Wealth is a tool to experience the best of the best and fully the life for any human. In fact, wealth can get an individual everything beneath the sky except the mental peace. Yes, sometimes you find the mental peace is low. I have all sorts of things, but there is no mental peace for me. And at times the good health also. You might have seen a lot of people who had abundance of money, but they could not survive because of the health issues. Even in ancient times, the importance of wealth was never underrated, and in spite of the great philosophical of renunciation, spiritual pursuits, and so on. So the Vedic seers clearly defined the four objectives of a human existence: dharma, artha, kama, moksha. You know all this, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. You are very well aware, but artha, the money power was held to be capable of even procuring the dharma, because if you have money, you can do yanustan, you can do everything, and you can really get lots of things in your life. So the Valmiki says in the Srimad Ramayana, Yashartha dharma kamarthash tasya sarvam pradikshanam adhena nartha kamena nartha shakyo vichinvataha. That means that wealthy man seeking after the dharma and prosperity will succeed at all cost in the life, but a poor man hunting for the prosperity and some other kind of things will find it very difficult to attain and doesn't get anything finally. Money had always been recognized as omnipotent. Yes, omnipotent kind of a power with a human who has got a money. And money and wealth is a root cause of every kind of joy, desire, vice and virtue, anger and self-restraint in a human's life. Poverty, on the other hand, you all know, was held to give rise to the sufferings, and the efforts of a poor man were said to be of no consequences and no good thing. All actions done by a penniless man, just who has no money at all, जिसके पास पैसा नहीं है, of no high order, reduces to nothingness, even as the flow of channel water during the summer. So the penniless person has in that kind of a thing. So today I will explain you few yogas, how at all you see in your birth chart that you are going to be a wealthy man. So see it carefully and see in your birth chart how exactly they get applied in a birth chart. If you have knowledge about the astrology, if you are having the knowledge of this divine science, you can definitely see in your family friends birth chart as well that how exactly things are going to happen. Let's see. This is Wealth Yoga 1. How the Wealth Yoga 1, which is the first sutra of this video. If the Lagna Lord joins the second Lord in a Kendra. So Lagna Lord here, 7 is written here, that basically implies it is Venus. So because Venus is the Lord of the Libra sign and this is ascendant. So this is always the ascendant altogether. And the second Lord is number 8, which is Marsh. Means it's a Scorpio Rashi, which the Lord is Marsh. So the Marsh and the Venus, they join in a Kendra. So they join in a Kendra means they come here, this is Mars plus Venus. Both comes here, or they come here, or they go here, or in a deep exaltation, like Mars here becomes deeply exalted in this particular sign, or the Venus in this case will not, because Venus doesn't have any possibility of becoming exaltation and is with benefics or receive the benefic aspect. For that very matter, if the Jupiter is here, which is a benefic aspect, putting it here, and if the Jupiter is sitting here and it aspects the house number 4, yahan se 7th and 8th and 9th. So this is one of the Lagna Lord joins the second Lord and comes in the center, any of the Kendras, like these are the Kendras, and either the Lagna Lord or the second Lord Mars here in this case. In some other case it can be Lagna can be 6. Accordingly you have to see in the birth chart, because here this 7 number can keep changing all the time. It can become 1, so it becomes 2, and if it is 1, this is 12, 11 and 10. So 10 ka matlab Capricorn, 10 is Capricorn, and Capricorn Lord is Saturn. So this kind of a combination will make a person rich in his lifetime, and if he gets the Dasha pattern, the Mahadasha pattern of either of the Lagna Lord or the second Lord, there is a or sure set possibility one will become rich in his lifetime. See the yoga number 2. Yes, yoga 2, friends, it is when the 2nd and 10th house lords are together in Kendra. In this case, in this example, the 10th house lord is Sun and the 2nd house lord is Jupiter, which is a Sagittarius Rashi, and the lord is Jupiter. So the both of these lords are becomes together in Kendra. Let's say they come in this Kendra. Here we write Sun and we write Jupiter. And the Lord of the Lagna moves to the Navamsha in any sign. Let's say this Mars comes here. So what happens is that dispositor becomes Saturn. Here it is the Capricorn sign. So the dispositor of the Lagna Lord, here this is Mars, and Mars has moved to the Capricorn Rashi in the Navamsha chart. So now lift the Saturn and let the Saturn glass placed here. Now the Saturn is aspecting the Sun and Jupiter together, posited in the Kendra, which are the Kendra Lord and the second Lord. And also, if some natural benefic aspects them, let's say if the moon comes here or the Venus gets closer to this particular place, because the benefic, there is all possibility one will become, quite high possibility one will become super rich in his lifetime. Probably the possibility of the Dasha of the 2nd house Lord and 10th house Lord must come in his lifetime, or the Lagna Lord, whereby the Lagna Lord aspecting the 10th and the 2nd house Lord's combination, it will make a person very rich. Try it in various charts and see to it. Yoga number 3. Wealth yoga number 3. If a benefic, namely the benefics are Jupiter, Venus, unblemished Mercury and unblemished moon or powerful moon, is exalted or in a friend's house in the 1st, 2nd or 11th house only. This is very important. The benefic has to be there planet and it has to move to the 1st house or the 11th house or the 2nd house. So in this case, if the Mercury comes here and Jupiter comes here, the benefic for that matter, or the Venus comes here as they are the friends, and the moon comes here, but this particular house, the benefic as the for the Mars is Jupiter only. So the Jupiter can come here. So in this house, which is the first house, the second house and the 11th house, the benefic need to get placed and gets aspected by the Lord of the Namamsha occupied by the Lord of second house. Let's see, the second house is the moon. The second house Lord is 4 number Cancer, which is the Lord for which the Lord is moon. Now see, the moon goes where? In this particular D9. Here out, suppose the moon goes in this particular sign. So the dispositor of the second Lord, moon, goes to the Leo Rashi in the 7th house. The dispositor is Sun. So Sun has to see either the first house, second house or the 11th house. So to see the first house, Sun has to be here aspecting, and either the Sun has to be here aspecting the 11th house, or Sun has to be here aspecting the second house. Then this possibility of becoming rich is very, very high. And there is a small glitch in it, because here out Sun becomes debilitated. Though it works, definitely it will not be as powerful as in this case, because it will mitigate the possibility by a little bit of it. So the dispositor of the second house, see, and if get placed in the birth chart in the debilitated sign, though aspecting the benefic planet posited in the friend's house or the exaltation house. So for that matter, this is how you have to see in the horoscope, that how exactly the placement is going to be there. Yoga number 4 says, if the Lagna Lord is in the second house and the second Lord in the 11th house, the Lagna Lord here is Mars. If the Lagna Lord moves to the second house, it moves to the second house. Mars is here. And the second Lord goes to the 11th house. This is Venus house, because number 2 is a Taurus Rashi and the Lord is Venus. So the Venus goes where? Venus goes to this house. This becomes an exchange, or even the Venus can go to the 11th house, gets placed here. So the Lagna Lord goes to the second house Lord goes to either the Lagna or it goes to the 11th house. Or if the second Lord is in a Kendra or a trine from the Lagna Lord, second house Lord is in a Kendra or a trine, these are the Kendras from the Lagna Lord and these are the trines from the Lagna Lord. Suppose the Mars is here, from Mars 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If the Venus comes here, though it is debilitated, it will definitely give some results. Or the Venus goes to the Kendra from here. The Kendra is 1, 2, 3, 4, or Venus comes here. Or it goes to the Kendra from the Lagna Lord, it goes to the Kendra again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Venus again, as I said, goes here. So from the first house Lord, which is the ascendant Lord, the second house Lord goes to the various kands of Kendra. So if the Lagna Lord is in the second house and the second Lord in the 11th house or into the Lagna, and the second Lord is in a Kendra or a trine from the Lagna Lord, this is a very powerful yoga to become wealthy. See the yoga number 5. If the second Lord is powerful, Mars, second Lord in this case, is very powerful, joins an exalted planet. Exalted, suppose the Mars here becomes exalted and gets joined and aspected by the Jupiter, or the Mars, which is the second house Lord. It gets here, the Saturn comes in here. So it becomes, is powerfully placed, and with the Saturn in his own house, preferably not in this house, then it's a powerful yoga. If the second Lord is powerful, joins an exalted planet or himself exalted, and or the planet which is very powerfully placed with the second Lord, but not in this house, 6th house, this is 8th house, all you know, this is 6th house and this is 12th house. should not get placed in this house. One will become super rich. It's very sure. See in the birth chart of your friends, family and your colleagues and see how exactly it is working and operating. Look at the yoga number 6. Yoga number 6 is if the Lagna Lord joins the second Lord or the 11th Lord. Lagna Lord here joins the second house, which is in the Mercury Rashi, which is the Gemini, or in the 11th Lord. Here out, it moves here. And if the sign dispositor of Lagna Lord in D1, suppose the Venus goes here, it is in the Jupiter sign here, and Jupiter is very powerfully placed, becomes exalted in this sign, or Jupiter powerfully placed, let's say, in this particular trine, whereby it aspects its own house. So this is a sign. If the Lagna Lord joins the second or the 11th, here or here the Lagna Lord, the Venus goes here, or the Venus goes here being a Lagna Lord, and the sign dispositor of the Venus is powerfully placed. If goes here, if 12 is a Jupiter's house, Pisces, and Jupiter becomes exalted here, or Jupiter comes to the trine, it is a sure set possibility that one will become rich, and sure is that Jupiter in this case should not get here, though it's a good but it's debilitated here, so it becomes a little deterrent for the person. This is how the wealth yogas are there. Look in the charts of your friends how exactly they are working and come back with some comments. Thanks for watching the video. Like, subscribe and share the channel. Thank you so much and lots of good luck. Thank you so much again.